What's up, everyone? About to take out this strut. This is a 2011 Camry. This can be done for either side. First, we're going to take off this 10mm bolt and this 12mm bolt. These are the brake line and the ABS line. Also remove this clip. It just pulls off. And get these out the way so when the strut drops, it doesn't break any wires or break any hoses, and they have to come off anyway to get the strut out. So we'll go and disconnect that, pull that off. Alright, now we're going to get this 17 off. I went ahead and took it out with the 17mm nut. Just push that aside. The tie rod, basically you just take this cotter pin out. I just bend it with some needle nose and pull it out. And then you remove the 17mm nut, just like that. Now it's off. And to get this off, it won't just pop out. You got to take a hammer and hit right there. Not up here, but right here on the bottom. You just hit that with a hammer pretty hard, and it should just pop out. If it doesn't pop out, just try to hit it from the bottom on the tie rod, and then it should come out. Like, I'm gonna use this hammer. I'm just gonna hit it. So yeah, I already hit it and I got it out. It'll just pop out, or if it doesn't, just hit the knuckle and then hit it with the hammer up, and it should just pop out. And don't hit the threaded part though. Don't mushroom it, and then it'll be hard to get the nut back on. Just right there where I was pointing at. Alright, so now we got mostly everything off. We gotta get these 22mm out. It's a bolt and a nut. They're both 22mm on each side. I just hold a wrench on one side and get the nut off on the other. Alright, so I got the nuts off. We'll go ahead and pop these out. I just hit them with a plastic hammer, and then they'll kind of slide out. There's gonna be a little bit of pressure on these bolts. So also I take a little pin or a drive, and I'll put it in there to hit the bolt out if it doesn't want to come out. And then the strut the knuckle will drop a little bit after we get these out. So I'm gonna go ahead and tie that on there so it doesn't get lost. And so I got the knuckle separated. So now I just gotta go to the top and get those nuts off the top, and this should just drop down and be able to pull out. Alright, here's the nuts, just the 14, the 3 of them, 1, 2, 3. We're not going to mess with this right here. Don't take that off at all. Just go ahead and zap these off or undo them with a ratchet, and then that strut will just drop down. Alright, so I took the nuts off, and the strut, sure enough, just dropped down. I put them up here. You know, it's a good spot to keep them so they don't get lost. Alright, so here's what it looks like with the strut out. It just fell down, so I just took it out. And yours may or may not fall out. You're going to have to like wrestle it out or just kind of massage it out. So here's the old one. I'm going to get got my new one here. I'm going to put my new one in. You know, basically it's just the reverse procedure. Just do everything in reverse. You might have to push a little hard on the knuckle to lift it up to get the holes aligned for these 22mm bolts. But I just pretty much did everything in reverse. You know, sorry I don't have a step-by-step as far as the reverse procedure and going in, but you know, just do everything in reverse. Here it is. I got my bolts in. I did those. I put this 12mm on, this 10mm. I'm going to reattach this. Go ahead and put that back in. I got my 17mm nut back on my stabilizer bar. That's tight. And then I got my tie rod in. I'm going to put my nut on it. So I would line everything up first and just kind of get the bolts in, but don't tighten everything down yet. Get everything in and just kind of like loose, so you know everything's gonna fit right, and then tighten everything down. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. This again is my new one. You know, if you're gonna replace these whole like this one, it's really easy. If you gotta do the spring, I'll recommend looking up some